Ah, beautiful sunrise over Texas. About 100 miles outside of approaching Austin, Texas. Just the beautiful plain. Oh my God. It's majestic in a total different way. You know, I spent the last almost 2 months in mountainous regions, which is beautiful. But this is just as beautiful in a much different way. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Well, I continue my journey into Austin. Took me a little longer than expected. As I approached the city limits, the roads weren't as nicely plowed as there were here, and encountered a lot of blown over snow, and whatever people were out in traffic trying to get around, it was kind of slowed things down, and I had an even bigger surprise when I got to my destination of the hotel I was going to stay at. And your name again?
Nick.
Nick? Anthony. Thanks again, Nick, man.
Be safe, man.
I will. Have a good one.
You too.
Oh. Okay. Leaving the Hampton Inn. I don't know. I'm somewhere close to downtown Austin, but the power's out here, and I need power. I want to take a hot shower. I gotta do some work, so I'm gonna push on and risk the roads again. At least the sun is out. It's a lot warmer. Feels good out here, actually. So I'm gonna soldier on. Go to the next hotel I just reserved at. Folks, at a hotel in Austin, Texas. Put my thermals on. Never thought that I would have to do this in Austin, Texas. Man. Yeah, just a little update. I got here yesterday. As you can see, my journey here was hair-raising. So I am going to prepare to go out and venture out, try and find something to eat. Now, every single establishment in this town was closed yesterday. That's understandable because snow and extreme cold. Nobody was getting around here, and they don't have the infrastructure to, as I've said before, to plow in mass, which was needed for the snowfall that they got. So every single establishment was closed. Fortunately, there was a little food here at the hotel that I got last night, a little something to eat, and I have some dry food for emergency situations as well too. So I'm going to see. I heard a rumor that within the next 30 minutes or so, one of the grocery stores will be opening up, a big chain around here. I can't remember the name, but I'm going to try and venture out and see if I can get a few groceries too as well. Burr! All right, we're off in search of some food. Do a little hunting without a gun. I keep saying I got out of Minnesota to get away from this stuff, and it follows me. Well, I'm glad I'm prepared for this. Let me use this as a scarf today. Keep myself warm. All right, here we go. Still have the chains on, which I'm very happy that I have on. It really, I feel like I've got four-wheel drive. No luck today. It says we're open 24 hours. That's a lie. Especially when you get an unexpected, once in a lifetime blizzard. So there's a Walmart here. Let's see what they have to offer. Right now, I'll settle for some frog legs. Anything. Seems like everybody's out on the hunt today. Looks like there's a bit of a line. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, a bit of a line is an understatement. The line extends all the way back here, all the way back there from that truck, all the way over to the door. I'm not going there. Not at all. This guy's got to return. I'm not going there. So I was off to the next spot in hopes of finding some groceries, some quick groceries. I ended up finding out from someone in the hotel that the Walmart never did open up. So I kind of felt sorry for those people who are out there waiting as long as they were, only to get the bad news that they weren't going to open. Kind of feels like the zombie apocalypse right now here in Austin, Texas. A few people walking around, a lot of people driving around in circles looking for food. And I was just thinking, well, why, if all these people are driving around, why aren't people like working and starting up these establishments that are closed? But then I started thinking, I'm like, a lot of people that work in the restaurant business or what have you, these fast food chains, they rely upon public transportation. I just remember last night on the news that the bus services stopped working today. They tried yesterday, but they're not working today. So a lot of these jobs, or people with service industry jobs, these people rely on public transportation. There's no public transportation. So basically all the people who have money or who have vehicles and are driving around looking for food, they can't find it because no one can come to work. These essential workers, which we call essential workers, especially during this time of COVID, this is a great realization that people who truly work in the service industry are essential, because people like us don't want to do those jobs, but we rely on those people to help us and serve us. It's interesting. Gives it some perspective. I had one of my first jobs. Well, my first job was actually cutting trees with my uncle. That was some work. But I had done some service jobs in my life. My first job, the summer I graduated high school, I delivered pizza for Domino's Pizza. That's an essential job right now, I tell you. If somebody were delivering pizza right now, well, you probably wouldn't be able to get them because everybody would be trying to order pizza. This is a cluster. Everyone, oh! Purple Pride! Viking fan all the way here in Texas, man. Awesome. Yes, sir. I tell you, man, I brought it with me. Is this store going to open up today, or? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, sir. I have. Disappointing sometimes, but I can't switch. It is, man. Definitely. Take care. Just ran into a Viking fan here in Texas, and yeah, he's a diehard fan. Even all the way down here in Austin. That's my Viking fan there. This store is closed. He said there's another one open, not too far from here. I don't know where that is. But even if I go over there, I think it's going to be pretty crazy. I was planning on leaving Austin, Texas today, but it's not happening. Got some precipitation. Right now it's just kind of misting, but we got precipitation and rain, and it's basically ice. And walking out here, I almost fell a few times. Still have the chains on, but I'm not going anywhere. Actually, the front desk person encouraged me last night because I was like, well, I think I'm out of here, on Thursday. And he's like, well, if you're not sure, then you should reserve for the next day. And I did, and I'm glad I did. This tree wasn't like this yesterday. So this came down because of as you can see, the weight of the ice on it. It has totally encapsulated this Jeep. So I don't know if this person, you're going to have to really charge up to get out of here. Wow. This is just crazy. Going to my third night here. I was going to try and leave yesterday, and thank God the front desk person recommended that I at least book for tonight. Perchance I wouldn't be able to get out of town. And I said, you know what? I'll do it. And I'm glad I did, because when I woke up, I think I showed the video that earlier that it's ice out. It's just glare ice. Rained probably late night, early morning till about afternoon today. So it's really bad out there. I did drive out to try and find to see if a store was open. I went to Walmart. They just closed because the water pressure went out. Well, same thing happened here. I kind of knew that might be the problem, because right before I left to go to find a grocery store or what have you, the water pressure went out here. So there's water, but it just drips out. There's really not much coming out. The pressure is pretty much gone, I think, citywide. This is a nightmare. This is an exercise in preparedness. Thank God I have some emergency provisions that I purchased a couple weeks ago before heading out this way. So I can survive on those. I was just trying to ration as much as possible the amount of food that I eat. So I'm good there. I did find a convenience store that had junk. Ate a bunch of crap today and didn't feel good right after that. Yeah. This stuff happens in Minnesota. And because of our infrastructure in terms of, plow and salting and sanding, maybe it happens, we get blasted with a ton of snow, have a blizzard. The next day, everybody's out doing their business, going to the grocery store, eating, shopping, doing whatever they need to do to survive. Here, this town has been brought to its knees because nothing is set up for first of all, the extreme cold. I'm sure they can handle snow, but then you throw ice on top of that. The ice is knocking out power. It's causing issues with the water system. So it's everything's just shutting down. Man, just driving around the other day just kind of brought to mind, again, I think I had said it, it's like a zombie apocalypse. Everybody's driving, just going in circles looking for food. Yeah, it's so surreal. And I just walked out, and they're coming by with this huge 50-gallon garbage can full of water, pool water. Here's a solution. I was wondering, so the guy, one of the maintenance guys, filled my bucket up, 5-gallon pail. So when you do your business over there, then you pour the water in and it flushes it down. And then for the remaining half of the water, I can just put in here in the tank, and then I'll have water to flush down after that for whenever I need to do it again. Yeah. So the good thing is, and the one thing I'm grateful for is, yeah, water may be an issue, but as you can see, we have power. millions of customers, electric customers in this town don't have power. So I feel very fortunate and blessed to have power and heat. It's another thing. I just departed the hotel about 15 minutes ago. I had a chain on one of my wheels and took it off just because there's not much snow left. It's very chunky, thick ice, and then there's some ice on the road that I'm on right now. I believe I'm on 183 South, heading towards Houston. I can't stay another day in this town. Even though tomorrow it's supposed to be warmer and the conditions will be a little better. Right now as I'm on this highway, it's fairly safe. People are spread out pretty far. Sorry about the lighting. People are spread out pretty far. There's some people that are just silly. They can go around me. People in front of me I can see way up are keeping a good distance. They're driving slow. So as long as these conditions persist, I'm going to stay on this road. Otherwise, I'm going to get off for a little bit. But it seems everyone, for the most part, this person behind me is actually tailgating me right now, and there's ice. There's visible ice on the road. So they could just go. Well, they're trying to go around now, and there's another guy on that side. So yeah, they can just go around. At any rate, I'm going to drive as slow as possible. Right now, I'm doing 35 miles an hour on a highway. And for the most part, I've got about 5 football fields before the next vehicle ahead of me. So that's good. I've got a lot of stopping time, and those people are traveling about the same speed as well. Oh man, this has been an experience. So I'm looking forward to getting to greener pastures and warmer weather. So where my sister and brother-in-law and nieces live, it's Miami, and I've checked the weather reports, and they've had like 70s, 80s over the past week or so. I think they dipped it, maybe a couple weeks ago they dipped into the 50s, 60s. Still, that's acceptable for me. So I'm looking forward to getting there. I changed my plans because I was initially going to head to Georgia and visit with my cousin there for a week or two or whatever, just kind of play it by ear, and then head south to Florida. But then as I looked at the map. Now I knew this already, but I didn't really think about where I was in relation to Georgia. So when I looked at the map, I'm like, okay, from Austin to Georgia, and then from Georgia down to Florida, I got to do a James Brown, which is I got to get up to get down. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do a James Brown. I wanted to, I thought about it. I called my cousin and said, hey, change of plans. I'm going to just head straight across, and then I'm going to actually bed down tonight in Baton Rouge at a KOA there. Because Louisiana, to me, sorry Louisianans, is a weird place. It's got a funky vibe to it. So I don't want to just stay anywhere. So I know KOA, and they seem to be pretty consistent across the board nationwide. So I'm going to stay at a KOA tonight in Baton Rouge and get up in the morning and drive as far as I can the next day. Friends, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure and tune in next time when we get to our beautiful destination in sunny Florida. Be well.